Elise broke her arm.
And I landed like that.
Caleb has been set up as a human bird feeder.
How's the sour cream doing?
Good.
Owl pellets.
Scientist Laura. This is not easy. Laura and Janae are doing their morning chores together.
Elise broke her arm. And she has been a trooper, but it hurt.
How did it happen?
Well, I was doing an obstacle course on the swings. I was going across them.
She was just playing on the swing set and slipped off and just landed on her right wrist a little bit wrong.
And I landed like that. I couldn't move my wrist very well because it hurt super bad.
You couldn't even move your fingers at all at first.
Yeah, and I was just holding it like that, and I came up and they put an ice pack on it.
The minute I saw it, I could tell something was different. We iced it and then got her into urgent care and had it x-rayed, and sure enough, it is broken. It's actually broken through the growth plate, which is not a good thing. It's at the very end of her right wrist on her right radius. So we got into an orthopedic specialist right away. We were super grateful for that. We're seeing a fantastic doctor.
They had to move my bone into the right area.
Oh, yeah, like set it in place.
Yeah, and then they had to put me in this like big cast.
He explained that the bones weren't aligned properly to be able to heal properly, and so we needed to reset the bones. That was really painful, and Elise made it through it though, and they've got her in a cast. She's gonna be in a large cast for a few weeks because they said that even a rotation from her elbow could throw off the alignment of the bones, and we really need it to heal properly. Then she'll go into a small cast, and like I said, she's been a trooper, but it's not been easy.
You'll eventually get a smaller one, but right now it's this big old one.
And it itches and it hurts my fingers. But I really can't do anything because I can't move my bone inside because they might have to remove it or do surgery.
So they said no ballet, no playing around, no piano.
But I've gotten really good with my left hand. It's just really sad because I'm not able to go on the zip line, the swings. I've basically been sitting around and trying to do fun stuff, so.
I thought it was really cool that the first movie you wanted to watch was Pollyanna.
Yeah, I wanted to watch Pollyanna because I wanted to try to have the game. I wanted to like find something good about breaking your arm.
Find the positive.
Yeah.
I've been really proud of Elise and how she's adapted. It's hard with her right wrist broken and so many limitations on her activities. She's not able to do and help and play in the ways that she normally wants to. But she's already been adapting. You know, we've been able to help her a lot more, which I think has been good for our family to be able to chip in and help make her bed and help tie her shoes and things like that. But she's also learning to do a lot with her left hand, brushing her teeth and feeding herself. And it's been a learning process for sure.
So here's the Xrays. It can be kind of hard to tell, but this one shows the break.
This bone is supposed to be up here, and it slid down like 15
degrees.
Yeah. And then
this is when they set it in place.
Cast on, and it's that bone right there, I think.
They reset it. So what advice would you give to someone who hasn't had a broken bone yet if they were to have one?
Well, be very careful. If you don't have one, thumbs up. Try to stay that way. But if you do, be very careful afterwards and try to look for the good.
We've had several injuries in our family, but this is the first broken bone of one of our kids. It's really hard to see them go through all the pain, but Elise has been such a trooper, has such a good attitude. We just love her so much.
So I came outside to see this. Caleb has been set up as a human bird feeder. Apparently it was Elise's idea, and she is trying to get a bird to land on Caleb's head. Caleb hopes that they build a nest on his head. He has birdseed on the top of his hoodie, and birdseed at the end of that stick and all around him.
The worst part is waiting.
There is a bird. That was close.
Caleb eventually got up and gave up on being a human bird feeder, but now he decided to invent his own bird feeder. This is so interesting. You have a little trail with the bird feed. And there's a bowl. This looks like a lamp. But it's a bird feeder, a Caleb designed bird feeder.
What I did was I got a stick and stuck it in the middle of the bird feed. Then I grabbed a can and I placed it on top. So this is just a normal stick.
So what does the can do to help?
First of all, rain.
Okay, that makes sense.
Second of all, I think squirrels are too big to be able to get in there.
You're hoping this is squirrel proof? All right.
So every week we've been writing poems, and this week was silly poems, and I loved Elise's. Do you want to share it with us?
Exploding Susan. One day, Susan wanted to make a treat, something sweet she could eat. But Susan got confused. She accidentally lit a fuse. She thought baking soda was sugar and vinegar was oil. She mixed them up together and things began to boil. Explosions here and explosions there. She even lost her eyebrow hair. And now she's called Exploding Susan everywhere.
I love it! So we've been having a lot of fun with the poems.
Yeah, it's fun.
Last week we wrote nature poems. I
Yeah.
wonder what next week we're going to do.
Hopefully sad poems.
Dramatic poems about sad things like broken arms.
Yeah.
You actually memorized your silly poem.
I love me. I love that I can talk. I love that I can walk. I love that I can put on socks. I love that I can unlock locks.
I love that you memorized it. Good job.
It's AABB.
Perfect. That's the pattern of the poem.
What are we making? Are you excited?
Yeah.
It's gonna be nice and warm, huh? Laura wanted a warm snack because it's freezing outside.
Freezing to death.
It's so fun to watch it, isn't it? Everyone gathers. It smells like popcorn. Here it comes. So we're having pears with popcorn.
It tastes better than popcorn.
Yeah, we put some butter and salt on it. Do you like popcorn?
Popcorn.
Yes, popcorn.
Popcorn.
What letter is that, Janae?
Popcorn.
Do you know what letter that is? The P says. The P says. Every letter makes a sound. The P says. Got it. For the last few weeks, we've been studying owls, and they are absolutely fascinating. I feel like the more I learn about them, the more intrigued I am by them. And we've been reading this awesome book. I want to show it to you guys. Here's the book. It's called Owling. It's by Mark Wilson. So today's the day we learned about how an owl pellet is formed, and now we are going to be dissecting owl pellets.
What did you learn about the owl's digestive system?
Owls, they eat food and then 10 hours later, they spit owl pellets out.
Hairball.
In their digestive system, they have 2 stomachs.
Awesome.
So birds poo and pee at the same time, and it's called whitewash or bird poop.
Yeah, that has gotten on me before. Do you remember when I was in D.C.?
Oh, yeah.
There was poo like on both sides of my shirt. Crazy.
So their second stomach, the muscular stomach, actually grinds up the food and makes the owl pellet of all this stuff that they can't digest.
And then they regurgitate that.
Yep, so here we have owl pellets.
Or tinfoil dinners.
And we are going to take them apart and see what our owls had for dinner. Would anyone like?
Yes,
gloves?
yes. I'll take 2.
They're size small, but they're probably still going to be a little bit big for us.
Elise is going to be trying to do this one-handed.
It actually fits! My first glove that fits! Yeah.
So this is called an owl pellet. No, don't smell it.
Yours is really furry.
Are these
owls?
These are not the owls. This is what they had for dinner.
Oh.
After it goes through their stomach, they cough this up.
I found my first bone.
It's a big one.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
That is giant. I wonder what else is going to be in there.
I got a skull.
Caleb found a skull. You were right.
Skull.
You were right. There's something. Where's that? An eggshell?
Whoa, guys! Elise got a huge creature.
Laura's using the magnifying glass and really finding the tiny bones. She's like on a bone hunt.
I'm not even grossed out about this. This is super interesting.
Well, you're doing a good
And
job.
I'm just like a scientist, like.
You are. You're just
Scientist
like a
Laura.
Look at that.
So that's like the mouth.
That's the top of the mouth, and then we already showed you guys the bottom of the jaw. But look, you can see the like teeth.
What bone is this?
I think it might be like a shoulder bone. That's the same kind Isaac found that he thought was really cool.
We're gonna pull up a bone identifying kit, and we'll do that next. So right now we're just finding the bones, and then we'll try to identify them. So Lisa, you thought this was gonna be pretty disgusting. Now what do you think?
It's cool, but still disgusting.
It's a very honest answer. Is it gross to you? Personally, I love that dissection makes science kind of come to life. It's really hands-on, but I still find it kind of gross.
You're on lava.
Are we playing the ground is lava? You gotta stay on the rocks. Follow the leader. Tonight we're doing breakfast for dinner. I have a bunch of helpers. We're making a breakfast cake. It's different cooking with the left hand, huh?
And now I'm wondering how I'll crack the egg.
This is not easy. That was pretty good.
I cracked an egg.
Good job.
Oh,
A shell.
She's just like, oh, a shell.
No biggie. So they're trying to create a catapult. So you're trying not to get hit by the rock, but launch it. Oh, it falls.
I'm not gonna let that happen again.
Janae's wanting to taste test the sour cream.
Janae, it's yucky alone.
But you can try it if you want some.
Let me try.
I didn't expect her to love it, but she's gonna eat all the sour cream. I'm gonna go clean this out and then we'll keep going, okay? How's the sour cream doing?
Good.
You almost done? You almost done with it? Done.
Janae's like it's whipped cream.
There we go.
Yeah!
There we go.
I'm gonna get up and catch it.
Catch it. You almost did it.
So close.
Rocking it. Time for school. Let's go.
This is the best recess ever.
Was fun.
It's reading time. And everybody wanted to be on the front porch with a blanket. Caleb's been liking Henry and the paper route. He's been liking it so much. Tell him what you did yesterday.
I made a newspaper.
And you delivered it, didn't you? It was such an awesome newspaper. It had sports, news, poems, jokes, and a coupon. Janae's coming. Janae, did you find a book? It is cracking me up that it is slightly under 70 degrees and our family is chilly. Look at me. I'm wearing a sweater. All the kids wanted their long pants out and their cozy long sleeves and their blankets. We are clearly not used to cool weather, but it feels so amazing to be up here in the mountains. I think we all are craving it. So we're like, ooh, finally we can put on our sweaters. Yummy.
Yummy.
Dinner is ready and it all smells amazing. I wish we had smell-o-vision right now. But the breakfast cake, it may look a little different, but it's gonna taste amazing. But then we're also having strawberries, and then this is eggs with sausage and peppers in it.
Good night, Xray. House out.
Wonder what's inside.
Oh my goodness.
Trying to get the butterfly to go on your hand, Elise?
There's definitely a sound of something.
Coyote.
I'm sorry that you have a headache. The end.